Today we'll be graphing linear inequalities using point slope. So as you look at this inequality, I know a lot of you can go ahead and distribute and combine like terms and get this to change into slope-intercept form. But our goal today is to use this point slope form. So we're working backwards from the writing equations that you just did. So take a look. This first number in here is always going to be x minus h. So I have this number here as my h, and we have that saying insiders lie. So the plus 1 comes out and becomes a negative 1. So the h value, you're going to take the opposite sign. The k value on the outside stays the same. So that has the same sign. And it's easy as that, guys. This is now a starting point, HK point, which is a point on the line, and that's where my graph is going to start. So I'm going to find negative 1, 5 on my graph and start my graph right there. From there, I'm going to count the slope, and the slope is still in front. There's my m, so it's negative 2. Now, some of you guys are having trouble graphing negative 2 or negative 3 even, just a plain integer. Remember, it's always rise over run, so if it's an integer, that means 1 is the denominator. So we're going to go ahead and go down 2 and to the right 1. Down 2 and to the right 1. And repeat that all the way down the entire grid. Then go backwards. So if this was just an equation, I'm basically done. This is it. That's how easy this is. I would just connect the dots and be done. Since this is an inequality, I need to check my inequality sign up here, which is greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to. And I'm going to go ahead and make some decisions about this. Is this line then going to be a dashed or solid line? So looking here, it's going to be solid because of the equal to on that inequality. So now we go ahead and connect. Let me just turn my page real quick here. And make that a solid line. And then the last thing we need to determine is the shading. Is the shading above or below? And since we have a greater than sign, then we're going to go ahead and shade above. So use the side of your pencil. Here's my y-axis. So I'm going to shade the entire section that's above that line, where the y-axis is greater than the line. And that's the end of that problem. So let's try another example. Example 2. Same idea. So let's go ahead and first take out the HK point. So this insiders lie, so that gives me a negative 6 as my H value. And then my K, the sign stays the same, so that's negative 2. So that's where I'm going to start my graph. So I go to negative 6, negative 2 on my graph, right there. From there, I identify the slope. This time my slope is 1/3. So I'm going to count rise over run from this original point that I just created here. Up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3. Now I have to determine, is this going to be, what type of inequality this is. So I have a less than inequality. So this is going to be dashed because it's not inclusive. So I just connect those up as a dashed line. And then, because it's less than, my shading is going to be below the line. The great thing about this is this form, this HK form, connects to all the functions we're going to be studying this year and all the different versions of those different functions all have an HK form that we'll be using. Okay, what I'd like you to do now is go ahead and complete example 3 on your own, and then have your teacher, be ready for your teacher to check this on Monday as your homework assignment. So Monday at the beginning of class, your teacher's going to check to see that you have problem number 3 completed correctly. Have a great day.